for those of you who've read this book, okay, so for y'all who have read this book, who do you think the turtle is? Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel, Planning with Bree. My name is Brianna Kechelle, and today I'm going to be doing a bookish type of video. Let's talk books. Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel, Planning with Bree. My name is Brianna Kechelle, and today I'm going to be talking about the lovely books that I got from my local library. Let's start with the books that I've already read. I read One Christmas Wish by Brenda Jackson. This book is about... What is this book about? Oh yeah! Sierra Crane escaped a disastrous marriage, barely. She and her 6-year-old goddaughter have returned to the only place that feels like home. Determined to make it her own, Sierra opens a soup cafe. Complication is the last thing she needs, but the moment Vaughn walks into her cafe, she can't keep her eyes off the smoldering loner. Okay, so this is actually a really cute read. Now that I just read it's not something that stands out to me because I have read a lot of Brenda Jackson books. This is a classic Brenda Jackson feel-good Christmas romance novel. If you just want to, you know, sink your teeth into something that helps you escape and get into the Christmas spirit. I will say Sierra's goddaughter, I believe her name is Taryn. She is really cute. And the title for this book, the reason that this title is what it is also very cute as well. So I gave this one 3 stars. It was very enjoyable, and I would recommend it if you are a Brenda Jackson fan. If you're not a Brenda Jackson fan, I don't think this would be the first book to start you out with, but you could, because like I said, it gives you all the Christmas feels. And yeah, so 3 stars. Next, I reread Recitative by Toni Morrison. I think I can reread this book over and over again and it will always mean something different. So this is a 5-star read for me. It is only 40 pages, and like I mentioned before, I would suggest that you read the actual novel, the actual short story itself before you read the introduction. So in the introduction, who does it? Zadie Smith, that's what I thought. So in the introduction, Zadie Smith actually describes a lot of the scenes in full detail Zadie Smith describes some of these scenes in full detail in which, in my opinion, you would want to have read the short story itself before reading the introduction, because she is giving so many details and so much insight to some of the scenes that happen that you will at least want to have read them and have a context for what's going on, in my opinion. So this is a 5-star read for me. I really want to see if my library will sell it to me. Fingers crossed, everybody. If they don't sell it to me, I'll just go online and get a quick copy, I think. Okay, the next book I read was A Tall Dark Trouble. This is such a good book. Why is nobody talking about this book? I love this book. So in this book, we follow Delphi and Layla, who are twin sisters. They are 18 years old, and they are living with their mom in Miami, Florida. So both of these girls are coming into their own. They both have magical powers. Layla, I believe, is the one with sight. So when she touches things, she can conjure up memories of the artifact. So any memories that thing might be tied to, it automatically, she has a vision of it. And then Delphi can taste emotions, so she can taste when someone is anxious or sweet on her. I chose that because it has a subplot of romance. So I don't know, it's such a cool take, and it's such an interesting take on magical abilities. First of all, the whole plot is on magic and a murder mystery. So they are trying to solve a murder mystery, and it is very exciting to figure out how the dual timelines are incorporated with one another. So like I said, we follow Delphi and Layla, twin sisters, 2 different perspectives, and we also follow Anita, who is a young woman in Cuba in the 1980s. So we are following both timelines, and we are in one trying to figure out a murder mystery, and in another we are just engulfed in Anita's life and her life as someone who is living with magical abilities. And I don't want to give too much away, but this book is good. This book is really, really good. I gave it 4.5 stars. It was not 5 stars for me because some things I wish was explained a little bit more. I still had a few questions, but it was just really fun. I couldn't wait to get back into it. I had family in town for Thanksgiving, and I could not wait for just moments by myself where I could read this book. So if you have not read this book, A Tall Dark Trouble by Vanessa Montalaban, please go pick it up. It's really, really good. Again, I got it from my local library. Maybe you can as well, or you can just go ahead and buy it, I guess. Super easy read and quite funny. Next, the highly anticipated, the one book I probably should have read a very, very long time ago, 7 Days in June. Now, I do have a bone to pick with the library. The reason I did not find this book is because it is in the African American section, which is great. That I love that we have an African American section in the bookstore / library, but also this is a romance. Okay, this is a romance. I was in the romance section looking for Tia Williams and I couldn't find her. I'll keep that to myself. Anyway, so 7 Days in June, I literally just finished it this morning. I put a short up on my channel on YouTube and on Instagram. So if you follow me, you already know what I think, but I absolutely love this book. Is it a 5-star book for me? What is 5 stars? Can we talk about that? What does 5 stars mean? 5 stars to me means I'm going to remember the characters. I may remember something about the plot, and I'm going to absolutely, in my opinion, just remember how it made me feel. This is a 4.5 5 stars. I don't know if I can give it 5 stars. My 5-star book, my first ever 5-star book that I just loved, and I still think about to this day was Copper Sun. The next, or the one that I remember the most, is Americana. Is this up there with Americana? I will say that this is not what I was expecting. I was expecting something that was just a little bit more dark for some reason. People were just describing this as just a really, really dark book, and I will say that it does have some heavy topics, so please make sure to check any trigger warnings and take care of yourself before you read this book. But I don't know, it just seemed like it was something just really dark that they wanted to make romantic, and they kind of did, but it just was not what I was expecting. I laughed out loud so much during this book. I mean, literally the first page, I was laughing out loud. So, now it's not hard for me to do that, but I just really thoroughly enjoyed this book. I did think that one of the characters was a little flat and just a very one note, but she kept the story moving, and she was a very, very much needed in this book. Will I think about the characters? I'm not sure. I guess I will have to just wait and see. Right now it's a 4.5. This book was a 4-star read from page 1, and it was just hard to come back from that. She could have messed it up, and she did not. And I will say that one thing that tips her over to the 4.5 range is the way that it ended. It did not end how I thought it was going to end, and I truly, truly enjoyed reading the epilogue. It wasn't the typical epilogue of a romance book. I'll just say that. I don't want to spoil anything, and I don't want to get your hopes up or down about this book, but it is truly an amazing book. You get a feel of every single character, even if they are only in the book for 2 chapters. You know what they're doing at that time, what they're thinking, and how they are feeling, and why they're saying or doing what they're doing. And like I said, 1 or 2 of the characters were just like just flat, but we need those type of characters to make the plot move along. So it's a 4.5 stars for me. Now I will come back to you guys and let you know in a month later if it's a 5-star, if I'm still thinking about the characters. But it was really good. I truly enjoyed it. I want another book, like a part 2 to this book for Eva. Oh, and for those of you who've read this book. Okay, so for y'all who have read this book, who do you think the turtle is? Who's the turtle? Is it Eva / Genevieve, or is it Shane? Who's the turtle? Or neither? Or both? What do y'all think? Because I know who I think the turtle is, and I just want to hear from you guys. So those are the books that I've read in the past 2 weeks. So we'll do a wrap up with that. These are the books that I still have from the library. and I need help figuring out what I'm going to read. So if I am aggressive, I believe I can read 4 books this week, which means I have these separated into genres, right? So this is romance, even though they're classified as African American. Can we talk about it? I have such mixed feelings about this. This is coming off as like separate but equal, but we also want to be celebrated. So anyway, I have 2 romances, 3 mysteries, 2 literary fiction, 2 nonfictions. So I want to read at least one out of all of these categories. I'm in a romance mood, so I kind of want to read these 2. Okay, so the first one is A Poinsettia Paradise Christmas. From my understanding, Natalie is going to be running a coffee booth to prove to her family that she's ready to become a full partner. And then Mason is a Christmas tree farmer. She's given up on finding love, and he has something to prove. Well, they both have something to prove. So this seems really cute. This seems like it's going to be on par with the Brenda Jackson book, but I've never read Janine and Masta. If you have, please let me know. So this is one option for romance. The second option is The Thing About Home. This feels like it's going to have a subplot of romance. This novel follows Casey, who is a recent divorcee, and she had a very big online divorce that went viral, and she is basically trying to hide out in South Carolina on a 300-acre property that her family owns. She also meets Nigel, the handsome farm manager, whose friendship has become everything she's never had. And then there are the secrets her mother can no longer hide. Through the pages of her great-grandmother's journals, Casey discovers her roots run deeper than the low country soil. She learns that she has people, a home, a legacy to uphold, and a great new love story, if only she is brave enough to leave her old life behind. So these are my 2 romances. I have to pick one because I won't have time to read both. And the reason I'm saying I won't have time to read both is because I have to return these to the library. The Little Raindrops. Okay, Noelle and Evan have been kidnapped. Neither knows why they were chosen, only that they share a tragic past. Evan's father got away with killing Noelle's mother, effectively ruining her family when the death was ruled an accident. Yikes. Despite the connection that should have made them enemies, the teens instead unite to face their other common denominator, their abductors. Noelle and Evan survive the sadistic circumstance after another, eventually making a harrowing escape. Years later, Evan, now a private investigator, revisits the crime when he learns it may be ongoing. To close their case and solve the ones that follow, Noelle and Evan must unmask this mysterious spectator, the only man who knows enough secrets to take their captors down. Then I have these 2. The Ice Cream Girls and All My Lives Are True. I think I went over what these were about in the last clip, but it's about Poppy and Serena, who were suspects in a high-profile murder. One went to jail, one didn't, and then this is the sequel. So, like I said, I kind of want to read all 3 of these. I'm not going to lie. I kind of want to read all 5 of these and then just do away with these 4. I kind of don't even want to tell you what these 4 are, but if you saw the last video, then you know. Okay, so which of these books do you think I should read? And I do want to do a reading vlog with these books, I believe. So let me know down below which ones you would like to see. So looking at the books I've read, I've had a very good reading last couple of weeks. Even though it was only 4 books, I'm proud of myself for reading these 4 books. Thank you guys so much for watching my reading vlog. Thank you so much for watching this far to the end to listen to my November wrap up. I am very excited to continue making these videos, so please let me know what type of videos you want to see next, what type of books you would like to see me read. If you have any suggestions for books, please leave them down below in the comments. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video, which hopefully, God willing, will be tomorrow. Have a great day. Happy reading. Bye.